Make a milk cake with just 3 spoons of everything. Think of a milk cake so fluffy, so good, and you can put together in no time. Even kids can make it. Yet the result reminds you of tres leches, trileçe without caramel sauce, or lighter version of şambalı or revani, semolina cake. Let's make it. In the recipe, I'm gonna use 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of each sugar, flour, semolina, milk, and oil. We are not going to separate the yolks and whites, and I'm gonna use hand mixer, but even you can make it with wire whisk. As you can see, the tablespoons are heaped. This is important, and I'm gonna whisk until the sugar and eggs are frothy. Next, the wet ingredients. 3 tablespoons milk, süt, and 3 tablespoons vegetable oil, ayçiçek yağı. From your comments over the year, I know that you have coarse and thin semolina. We only have one type, and I think it is between coarse and thin, as you have described. You can try with whichever you have. Adding again heaped of semolina along with flour, baking powder, and vanilla. As a basic hint when making cakes, it is best to use the lowest setting after adding the dry ingredients. You can even use just wire whisker. I have very thin batter, and I'm gonna use a medium size baking dish, just lightly oiling the bottom, and going to pour the mixture. My oven is preheated to 180 Celsius degree, and I'm gonna bake until I have a nice golden color top and bottom for about 20-25 minutes. Next, we're gonna make the milk syrup. I have 300 milliliter water and added 200 milliliter milk. You can use only milk if you like. I wanted to make it lighter. Adding 3/4 of a cup sugar and going to whisk until sugar dissolves. Also, my friends, the original recipe calls for 600 milliliter syrup. I wanted to make it a bit less, but the cake is so light, even it could have get more syrup, so it's up to you. I'm poking my milk cake base and let it rest for 5 minutes to cool down a bit, and pour the milk syrup. The cake is so light, it soaks right away all the milk syrup. It was still warm, so I placed a trivet to help let it cool down. Then you can either serve at room temperature or cold, chilling in the fridge. I really like, since from my childhood, to add shredded coconut flakes on top of revani or a similar cake like this with syrup. If you have other ideas, you are welcome to add it in your comments. As you can see, there is no syrup left in the bottom of the tray. The cake soaked all of it and it was really light, my friends. Once you begin eating, you cannot stop yourself. Probably it's gonna be our new favorite during Ramadan especially. And it tastes very similar to tres leches, trileçe cake. I'm gonna add the similar recipes in the end of the video. Give it a try and check the others as well if you like light cakes with syrup, this kind of milk cakes, and would be happy to see your results in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Afiyet olsun.
In this episode, I have a very popular dessert recipe that has a fluffy cake and milky syrup topped with caramel sauce, trileçe. Here in Turkey, it is known that it comes from Balkan region, but when I made a little search, I found out it is very popular in Latin America, especially in Mexico too. Trileçe comes from tree milk, which is milk, condensed milk and evaporated milk, but in Turkey we say tree milk is cow, sheep and goat milk. But since we can't find it easily, we use heavy cream, milk and top it with delicious caramel sauce. Since I always prefer using fresh possible ingredients and our heavy cream has thickening agent and other stuff too, I made little changes in the recipe and it turned out very good indeed.